Monday, May 26th is this year's Memorial Day. Originally, it was a day solely to commemorate the soldiers who died in the Civil War. At the same time, it also served as a reminder for the nation to reflect on the harm the Civil War brought to the country and how its citizens can avoid war. The American Civil War, 1861 to 1865, with 3.5 million people participating, was the deadliest war in U.S. history. Approximately 620,000 to 750,000 people died, about 2% of the U.S. population at the time. This number exceeds the total U.S. deaths from all other wars combined and dealt a heavy blow to the young republic, which had been founded less than a century earlier. The United States is a democratic nation and the most representative and influential example of modern democracy, often referred to as the beacon of democracy. However, even with its elected government, the principle of minority yielding to the majority while the majority protects the minority, and the separation of powers among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, these seemingly perfect systems could not prevent a civil war from occurring. This shows that governing a country requires more than just good systems, it also needs citizens who share and uphold a common cultural identity. At the time, if both the North and the South had adhered to the traditional American spirit and not fought over the short-term interests of specific groups, the Civil War might not have happened. In ancient China, the political thinker Confucius advocated that people should restrain their personal desires and regulate their behavior, ensuring that their words and actions conform to basic social moral standards. However, a person's thoughts are influenced by their surroundings. In a corrupt environment, it is difficult to remain honest and upright. This is why it is essential for all citizens to share a common cultural identity rooted in the American spirit. The United States is a relatively young nation, and most of its citizens are immigrants who came from around the world after the Civil War. Regardless of their original, often more traditional or undeveloped cultural backgrounds, these naturalized families have strived to integrate into American society, a free and democratic community. Guided by the principle of America First and a spirit of shared effort, they have worked together to build this blessed land into something even better, forever free from war and a lasting paradise on earth.